His character play is like some of the craziest. He will go for like the consistently like most crackhead options out there. And we got a Morton. I'm always here for Bowser Jr. Bowser Jr. is such a sick character.
He dropped salt, so I feel that.
Yeah.
You need that at Let's Make Visions. Is it really a tournament if there's no salt? Well, unfortunately, he's not giving out the salt. He might be receiving it right now. 52% off the gate right now by Lade.
And on paper, this matchup's probably pretty hard for the Koopaling himself, because Lucina's really good at walling him out. That being said, though, Morton excels a lot at putting up damage pretty quickly. He can like take you from 0 to 60 in like one combo if he gets one grab. It's actually insane.
And he actually has like more potent kill power than a lot of people expect. That back air hits hard, and he's one of the few characters with a jab that can kill.
That can kill, yeah.
Yeah,
That's,
like maybe
it's
110, 115
yeah.
or so.
And even with like rage included, like maybe even around 100, like it's insane how potent this character can be if you're caught sleeping at the wheel. That being said, though, Lade keeping fairly good stage control right now. This is an excellent forwarder to close out that first stock right there.
Yeah, good awareness by Lade right there. Just kind of positioning himself and not being afraid. There's like so many players that are like, well, what if I mess up? What if I have to tech? What if I get stage spike? Lade's like, I'll just hit you. I won't mess up.
Lade, from what we know about Lade, he's a very confident player. I'd say he never really doubts his choices. He's also seen as like a teacher of Smash too. If anybody's ever heard of the keys, so like this man is pretty much a paragon of his scene back in New England.
Yeah, and he's been around for a while now, since Brawl. So really starting with almost the first game. Oh, the tricks!
So yeah, one thing that the Koopalings excel at is that they have amazing mix-ups. That's just one of them right there. Lade was expecting him to go straight to ledge and clip it, but instead he just went right past it and did it. And oh my god!
A little bit of payback. He's like, yeah, what you did was cool, but like, I can do cooler things.
It's a good pickup by Lade right there too, to realize that his opponent's sitting in shield a lot. Like I feel like at this level of play, like in this game, shield is so good. But if you're caught using it too much against Lucina, that's gonna happen. Yeah,
and a player like Lade is gonna catch on to that very, very quickly. And he's attacking your shield. That's what makes it so devastating. It's because Lucina's constantly attacking from so many different angles. That was a beautiful setup.
That's really cute. Yeah, the ledge trapping on Morton is pretty sick. Not gonna lie.
But you know, Lucina's gonna hit your shield, so naturally you feel like that's the option. But a player like Lade's gonna find that opening and say, well, I'll just break it instead.
Okay, I like this boxing though. Like MGDB isn't doing too badly against Lade right now. Like I haven't heard of him before. That's the third time he also attempted that mix-up.
Oh,
no! Oh,
how did
this man doesn't work out at the gym? He also works out at the library. Jesus Christ!
That was so. But it was so spot on. Like there was. You knew exactly where he was.
He knew.
Not only did he know he was going to roll, but exactly where.
Right there, too.
All right.
That was ridiculous.
All right.
Lade also big muscles, but also big brain.
Oh, and goodbye, my friend. Thundercats.
That's got to be brutal.
I mean, it was. I mean, the only thing more brutal is if he was looking up at the screen right now, saying that to himself. He's like, wow, man, that was me. Like, I didn't realize I actually had an hour to not roll in.
He's got to dig deep. I think he was getting caught just being like a little bit of a lack of confidence in his defensive options or just reactionary. It's clear that Lade is playing very patiently, and I think MGDB like needs to be aware of that and start thinking a bit more actively of where he's going to place himself when he's in disadvantage. It's tough. Disadvantage is probably one of the hardest things for the Koopalings to deal with because it's not their disadvantage isn't the greatest.
Oh my goodness! Yo, are you going to finish your plate?
Case in point right here.
You tried.
Okay, yeah.
I really think that MGDB needs to just slow it down. He's being a bit too aggressive for, one, the way Lade's playing, but also it's a Lucina, you know?
The thing about, like, Bowser Jr., I guess Roy now, my man switched to the cloud goggles, so you know it's real. But the thing about Bowser Jr. is he excels a lot at just doing his little setups. Like, he plays his best when he has his time to set up his Mecha Koopa and have his opponent on the back foot. Lade is not giving him any breathing room whatsoever, though, and just staying in his face super patiently.
Oh, now he's put on the ledge, such a poor position to be in. Okay, but the spot dodge works.
That was good. That move, that jab locks you, like, right in place, so it's a good option to use in shield. Or rather, out of shield. No tech.
We're going to go down for one more time? No.
I've got to say, MGDB has been making it back to stage, though, pretty consistently. That being said, though, that back air is going to clean up that stock right there.
Yeah. Really unfortunate. I mean, it's unfortunate, but not unfortunate. Like, Lade's just playing a really, really slow, meticulous game, and everything's panning out for him.
With punishes like that, though, MGDB really needs to capitalize on that because it's Lucina's aerial drift and the way she moves around you is so good. You really need to be like, when you have a punish right in front of you, you really need to make it count. And I noticed that MGDB's been jumping quite a bit. Playing a little more grounded isn't the worst thing to do with the Koopalings, especially against a player like Lade. Like, if you're jumping in front of your opponent a lot and they're just sitting there on the ground, it's not going to be a good look for you.
Yeah, I mean, it's a weird spot to be in because, like, you want to be on the ground, but also the way Lade's playing, it's kind of covering it very well.
He's just waiting. He's just chilling there, waiting for MGDB to overcommit.
I think that's the kind of the biggest issue is that MGDB is overcommitting, and Lade is there. Great tech though. Would have lost his stock. Does make it back, but for how long is the question? Lade is out there deep right now.
That was a really good recovery right there.
Yo, almost still here. Like, he's still alive when it's all said and done. I don't think we have grab release in this game.
So much damage being racked up. Okay, no jump left on Lade. Excellent. Good
Yeah, I think maybe a neutral air dodge may have been really the only way that Lade was going to get out of that scenario.
Yeah. You think he could have drifted back to ledge in that?
Not with a directional air dodge, but just a neutral and then an up B after, maybe. I kind of like the little things like that by MGD, but like again, you jump off the ledge attacking. Lade has shown time and time again he's hitting buttons. He has a much larger disjoint than Valve Jr. does.
And if you're caught off stage, you're pretty much cooked. Especially since Junior's recovery can be a tad linear at times. Like, he does have his mix-ups, but he has to pick either going forward or just going straight up. But yeah,
he's looking for it again. All right, MGDB's like, no. Come on, guys. I'm not giving you another instant replay. Slow your roll.
He's starting to adapt a little bit, though. He's like setting up his Mecha Koopa right in front of him. He's not approaching too brazenly, and he's starting to poke Lade out a little bit. Like, he's adapting, but I'm worried if it's too little, too late. Ooh, okay.
He doesn't seem to think so. He's still firing off, which I do like, but lordy.
Oh no, you hate to see it, but still not a bad showing by MGDB. Really solid play from Lade, though. Just keeping MGDB out the entire time.